Gemini, 5 transformative events in the second half of October 2025. As we move into the second half of October 2025, Gemini, the stars begin to whisper change, not in chaos, but in rhythm. You've been through months of uncertainty, of questions about your path, your purpose, and your relationships. But now, the universe begins to unveil a clearer pattern, one that revolves around your finances, your mindset, and the quiet power of resilience. This period is ruled by a very special celestial movement, Jupiter becoming exalted, Mahayuk, in your second house of wealth. It's a rare and powerful alignment, and for Gemini, it sets off a chain of 5 profound shifts. Each of these shifts tells a part of your story. Each one offers both challenge and reward. So let's take this journey together, one star, one message at a time. Event 1. A turning point in finances. Empowered by work and partnership, sometimes prosperity arrives not through luck, but through the right people. Gemini, your first event is a remarkable financial awakening. When Jupiter, the planet of abundance and higher wisdom, becomes exalted in your second house, the house of money, possessions, and values, it acts like a cosmic spotlight on your material life. But Jupiter doesn't just bring money out of thin air. It magnifies what you're already building through your career, your partnerships, and even your spouse or collaborators. You might start to notice that money flows from multiple sources now. Not just your salary, but from investments, shared resources, or even something as simple as rental income or online projects. Jupiter wants to remind you that your skills, relationships, and faith in your own worth are the key currencies in your life right now. For example, imagine a Gemini business owner who's been struggling to expand. Suddenly, a friend or a spouse brings a new idea or connects them with someone influential. A partnership forms, and what seemed like a dead end turns into a profitable opportunity. Or picture a Gemini artist who once worked in solitude. Through a collaboration, they receive a commission that multiplies their income. Proof that connection and openness are now the seeds of abundance. Yet, this isn't about greed or chasing status. It's about learning the spiritual meaning of money, that wealth, when used wisely, can uplift not just yourself, but those around you. There's also the quiet presence of unseen benefactors, mentors, family elders, or partners who step in to help you financially or emotionally. By the end of October, Gemini, many of you will find that a door opens unexpectedly, one that allows you to feel safer, more confident, and finally able to plan for the future with real numbers, not just dreams. But remember, Jupiter expands whatever it touches, so if you're careless, it can magnify debts or unnecessary spending too. Let this be a time of gratitude, discipline, and wise choices, and you'll find prosperity that lasts beyond the season. Event 2. Hard-earned luck. Rewards through effort and perseverance. If the first event brings opportunity, the second reminds you of the price of success. Around October 26th, Mars, your planet of drive, courage, and ambition, moves into a position of strength called Keterat Hepati, meaning it gains stability. But it does so in your 6th house, the house of struggle, effort, and competition. So yes, you'll win, but you'll have to fight for it. Mars being here means you're entering a phase where your hard work pays off, but only after you've sweated for it. You may face tight deadlines, tough colleagues, or obstacles that test your patience. But paradoxically, these are also the very experiences that make you stronger, sharper, and richer, both materially and spiritually. Imagine this. A Gemini in corporate life is suddenly handed a chaotic project no one else wants. It's demanding, exhausting, and politically messy. Yet, by staying calm, solving problems one by one, they win the respect of their boss, and a big raise soon follows. Or another Gemini, perhaps self-employed, might face heavy workloads and financial pressure, but through persistence, they attract clients who admire their discipline. This Mars energy carries a special lesson, that your endurance is your weapon. The universe is watching how you handle the heat, because through that pressure, it's preparing you for greater abundance. There might also be karmic battles, Debts to clear, literal or emotional. Some of you might pay off old loans or finally settle a long-standing issue with a business partner. It's tiring, yes, but it's also liberating. By the time this phase ends, you'll look back and realize every late night, every struggle, every ounce of effort was worth it. Because Mars here doesn't give empty promises. It gives rewards that are earned, not given. So don't shy away from challenges. They are your stepping stones toward a stronger financial and emotional foundation. Event 3. Solitude, healing, and the call of the inner world. While money and effort dominate your external world, a quieter revolution begins within. 2 mystical planets, Pharkate, the shadow node, and Uranus, reside in your 12th house, the house of solitude, secrets, and spiritual transformation. This combination is powerful. It draws you inward, away from noise, toward reflection. You might find yourself craving privacy, needing to unplug from social media or the constant chatter of life. Even if you're surrounded by people, there's a sense that your soul needs silence. You might take a short trip to the mountains, a temple, or a quiet retreat, not to escape but to reconnect. For some Geminis, this could even mean studying spiritual or metaphysical subjects, astrology, meditation, ancient philosophy, or psychology. You're learning that real success is not only about what you earn, but what you understand. And this isn't just poetic talk. When the 12th house activates, it's often because your subconscious is cleansing itself, releasing fears, guilt, or old memories that no longer serve you. Some of you may notice vivid dreams, intuitive hunches, or even encounters with symbols like feathers, numbers, or repeated patterns that seem to carry meaning. Pay attention. This is how the universe speaks in whispers. However, be gentle with yourself. The same energy that brings spiritual awakening can also cause mental fatigue or emotional overwhelm. Avoid overthinking. Let silence heal you. Take walks. Journal. Listen to music that restores your heart. By early November, you'll feel renewed, like someone who has gone through a storm and come out with calmer eyes and deeper peace. Event 4. Family duties and emotional responsibilities. Now, let's talk about the 4th event, one that touches the heart. During this period, Venus and the Sun, both important for your social and domestic happiness, move through houses that challenge your energy. They may bring feelings of emotional fatigue or highlight family issues, generational differences, or responsibilities that feel heavier than usual. Perhaps parents need your attention. Perhaps children or younger siblings demand more time or financial support. Or maybe, Gemini, you're simply tired, emotionally stretched from trying to balance everyone else's needs. There may be moments when you feel like no one truly understands the pressure you're under. You might find yourself carrying responsibilities that should be shared. This is temporary, but it's real. Financially, there can be extra expenses related to property, home maintenance, or dependence. But these are not wasteful costs. They're investments in stability and harmony. The deeper message here is boundaries. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You can love your family and still protect your energy. If tensions arise with a spouse, parent, or friend, step back before reacting. Sometimes, silence saves relationships more than words ever can. An example, a Gemini woman may find herself caring for both parents and children simultaneously, feeling pulled in 2 directions. But through this, she discovers an inner maturity, realizing that love isn't always about fixing everything. Sometimes, it's about being present. By the end of October, family dynamics begin to rebalance. Those who once depended on you start to regain their own strength. And you, Gemini, will rediscover the peace that comes from knowing you did your best without losing yourself. Event 5. Mental whirlwinds, Mercury's strange dance, and finally, we come to the 5th and perhaps most personal event, Mercury's unusual movement. Mercury is your ruling planet, your cosmic mirror, and during late October it moves twice. It shifts signs rapidly, a rare and unstable pattern known in thaiastrology as Mercury viparite, or Mercury behaving against its nature. This directly affects your mind, communication, and decision-making. You might feel mentally scattered, one day clear and decisive, the next day foggy and uncertain. Plans could change abruptly. Messages get delayed. A contract might need revision, or a conversation that once seemed easy becomes emotionally complex. This is not to scare you. It's simply a call for awareness. Slow down before signing agreements. Double-check your finances before transferring money and back up your data. Miscommunications, especially with family or business partners, could arise from small misunderstandings. But here's the good part. Mercury's erratic movement also awakens creativity. Your imagination is powerful now. Writers, marketers, teachers, and artists will find bursts of inspiration coming at odd hours. It's as if the universe is testing how flexible your mind can be, and in that dance, new ideas are born. Let's say you're a Gemini entrepreneur negotiating a deal. Midway through talks, the other party changes their terms. Normally frustrating, right? But you pause, reassess, and come up with a smarter, more balanced proposal that ends up benefiting both sides. That's Mercury at work, tricky but brilliant. On a more personal note, this transit reminds you to trust your intuition as much as your intellect. If something feels off, it probably is. And if you're unsure, take time before responding. The power of silence once again becomes your ally. Closing reflections. So, Gemini, 5 movements. 5 stories written in starlight. 1. Financial revival through work and partnership. Jupiter's gift of abundance. 2. Hard-earned victory through courage and effort. Mars teaching discipline. 3. Inner retreat and healing. Vacate and Uranus opening your soul. 4. Family burdens that forge compassion. Venus and the Sun softening your heart. 5. Mental turbulence and inspiration. Mercury reminding you of adaptability. When we weave them together, we see the bigger picture. This is not just a lucky phase. It's a refining one. The universe is sculpting you, polishing the dual nature of Gemini into balance between logic and feeling, wealth and wisdom, action and stillness. By the end of October, you will have grown, not just richer, but wiser. Not just busier, but calmer. And most importantly, more you. More authentic, more awake, more at peace with both your light and your shadows. So take a deep breath, Gemini. The universe isn't testing you, it's training you for greatness. And as Jupiter shines from your house of wealth, whispering promises of abundance, remember, your true fortune isn't just in your bank account. It's in the courage you've built, the faith you've rekindled, and the peace that finally begins to settle within your heart. This is your cosmic story for the second half of October 2025. You are evolving, you are awakening, and above all, you are ready.